Hey.
It's day 68, and it is getting really close to the series conclusion. Today I have a bunch of odd things to do, but a really odd order to do them in. So first on the list is to speak to the Brotherhood again. Am I gonna be? Oh yeah, as usual, these guys are back.
I'll find you!
At this point, I don't even think it's worth it to check to see if they have anything worth taking. If this is your first time jumping into my series, it's kind of an odd time to jump in, but so be it. The modded weapons I have the Mossberg 590 in here. This is sort of replacing the Overseer's Guardian. It does about the same amount of damage, but shoots about half as fast and has nowhere near the range.
Who's that? You killed him!
So this AK here that you just saw me using is approximately similar to the explosive radium rifle you can pick up in Far Harbor. It does slightly less damage, it's not explosive, and it doesn't shoot quite as quickly. The M14 EBR I have here I am using to replace the two-shot Gauss rifle that I picked up. Now this does shoot faster than the Gauss rifle did, but the Gauss rifle also killed everything in one hit. So if you're wondering why I would use weapons that are less powerful than what I could be getting vanilla, well, it's because I'm about a level 137, and I was basically invincible. That's also why I'm wearing the Grognak Barbarian costume. Strong, I need you to
Wait
stay
there.
put.
Stay here. Strong confused.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys are every bit as confused as you are. Ingram.
Proctor,
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack.
Wait, that's a
It won't be too
concern?
much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Maybe I should stand back.
Don't be ridiculous. I've checked every connection, every circuit myself. Prime will hold together.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
No, you have no idea how little I care about pressing the button. Well, fine, there you go.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command. Accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module. Online. Audio functionality test. Initialized. Designation. Liberty Prime, Mark II. Mission. The liberation of Anchorage, Alaska.
Close.
Primary
Well,
targets.
maybe not.
Any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems. Nominal. Weapons. Hot. Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders. Compromised.
Proctor Ingram?
Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines.
How?
Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Well, that's for damn sure. Now, this is where the order of the missions gets a little bit weird. So it's Maxim next.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I like how you're asking me that.
And I don't appreciate being betrayed by my own soldiers. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
I'm not really convinced that that's a problem.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you.
Yes,
which
but
means
not
I've
in the way
decided
you'd
to
think.
take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
This guy really doesn't seem to get how loyalty is supposed to work. I've never done anything to suggest any sort of loyalty to the Brotherhood. I'd kill this guy right now if I thought it would benefit me in any way. But no, I've been promoted endlessly since I've gotten here. Now apparently he wants me to kill a guy who I like a lot more than him.
Sites have been temporarily
Knight.
suspended.
I was told you were coming.
Affected
Sorry
parties will
about
have
this
their
business
leave
with
compensated
Dance.
at the next...
I like this nonchalant. He'll be missed.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one.
That's a pretty
You may want to
wide
get
net.
comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Do I look like the kind of person who kills people arbitrarily?
Orders are orders.
Don't
Orders
answer
are
that.
orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due.
Oh, shut up, Quinlan.
So help
I
me,
like
I'll
her
have
more
you
than I
brought
like
up on
you.
charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just a statement. It's a plea. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
While I can understand that at this point you're supposed to be like following Brotherhood principles and all that, there really should be an option in here to be like, yeah, I I have literally nothing against synths.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
What I would have really liked to have had in this mission is the option to bring Halen with you. Guys? You're not concerned about this, this guy here? Did he, like, fall off the top or something? You just gonna leave him there? So the reason why I'm being particular about the order that I'm doing these last few missions is I am right at the point where I'm going to have to start locking out factions. So the mass fusion mission locks out either the Brotherhood or the Institute. After this mission, I'll have to choose between not just those two, but the Railroad as well. Now the Minutemen are always an option. They're the option you have to take if you manage to screw up every other possible option, which is absolutely something you can do in Fallout 4. I think you can do that in all the Fallouts. Well, except Fallout 3. I think Fallout 3 has a pretty pretty linear end. But yeah, this is probably the most important mission of the game for that exact reason. And I believe we're coming up on it right now. Was it just the two turrets? Well, that was that was easier than anticipated.
Good place to fight. Single brother kill many enemies from here.
Commencing lawful use of death.
All dead. Strong. Ha! Run away like cowards, afraid of straw. Now wear your guts around my neck.
That wasn't nothing. I was kind of expecting you to fight me personally, but, you know, if you want to do it with a protection or two, then so be it.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Again, all of these answers presuppose that I'm, you know, on the Brotherhood side. We know damn well that a lot of the synths have no idea that they're synths. I guess this is the closest?
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Oh, she probably tipped him
So,
off.
what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you.
Eh,
I wish Maxon
more
had sent
morally
someone
than
else,
personally.
but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for.
Yeah, that's not the
Synths can't
big
be
ask you
trusted.
seem to think it is.
Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Pridwin and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
That's not really how consequences are supposed to work.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone
That
out of
was a
control.
little too easy,
I've
I
been
think.
a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
I think that about-face may have been a little bit too abrupt.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
So Strong really, really wanted me to kill him, eh?
Ground floor.
Oh well. I'm not expecting to max out Strong in this playthrough.
How dare you betray the
Oh,
Brotherhood?
you.
It's not her fault. It's mine.
No,
I'll deal
it
with
really
you in a
is
moment.
my fault.
Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
You're comparing Dance to a nuclear bomb.
This machine might not be a bomb, but its goal is exactly the same. Place it where you want the damage done, and when you least expect it, it delivers a lethal blow without warning and without mercy. A precision strike delivered right at the heart of the enemy. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
If Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable. You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine?
A little bit easier than you'd
It
expect,
appears
I
we've
think.
arrived at an impasse.
Not really.
Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of her. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Shoot to kill! This place made for fighting. Strong knight.
What have you seen there, Maxim? Oh, damn. Go get him, Mythic Deathclaw. Oh, now he's shooting, now he's shooting strong. Okay, let's finish it off. Well, Dance?
Excuse me.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxim like that.
Not really.
Friends take care of each other, no matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
So, next up, I need to start the mission Mass Fusion for the Institute.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the Mass Fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Ah, man. I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
Let's insult her for fun.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while.
Tit for tat.
Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over to mass fusion in a flash. Pun sort of intended.
I will get on that right after I tell the Brotherhood. I didn't get a chance to mention it immediately after talking with Dance, but Dance was pretty quick to flip on his head about his position as a synth. Now, overall, obviously, I don't think that merely being a synth is grounds for execution. It is still
Gonna splatter your brain!
inherently dangerous. It has to be acknowledged that these synths can be programmed to do things that are dangerous. Well, I'll admit, I don't know the technology well enough, it's a video game and all that, to actually know what the solution to the problem of what do we do about a sentient being who can be programmed to do things that aren't part of their personality. And I think a better person to answer that would be like Dr. Amari or, Aristotle or something, because honestly, I don't have an answer to the question of how to reconcile those 2 points. But there has to be an answer between doing absolutely nothing and murdering them. So anyway, the reason I have decided to do the missions in this order will probably make very little sense initially. And that's because I've decided I am going for the Brotherhood ending. Despite the fact I clearly think they're the worst of the faction. Well, tied for the worst of the factions. Them and the Institute are pretty abysmal. But I don't like these guys at all. So why am I doing the Brotherhood ending? Well, that's simple. I've never done it before, and I am very curious to see what Liberty Prime looks like.
This area is under our protection.
So let's go ahead and do that. What I did want to do, though, is get... Hey, where's Ingram? Ingram? Oh, don't tell me I've done these in the wrong order. Oh, there you are. Okay, I was worried I'd done it wrong.
Proctor Ingram.
Wow.
The Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass
research a way to
fusion.
start Liberty Prime's reactor. And then this falls into our lap. I wonder if the Institute needs it, or they're just trying to keep it away from us. Either way, we should both head over to mass fusion to get our hands on the beryllium agitator first. That's if you don't mind a little company, of course.
When I said to Fillmore that she'd be a liability, she was a regular old scientist, not a badass engineer in a power armor mech suit. So, yes, come along, Ingram. You are most welcome.
Well, it would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it my way.
Oh, yeah.
Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be our best chance at securing a power source for Liberty Prime.
I have another assignment for you, Knight. Virgil. Knight?
And bite me. Hey, wait up, Ingram. If I get on the vertibird to mass fusion, the Institute will hate me forever. I'm not too worried. Let's hit it. That's the Institute locked out. Sooner or later, we were going to have to start checking some of these guys off, and guess it's that time.
We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Never could get used to flying in these things.
This is also the quietest vertibird in the history of
Hostile target
vertibirds.
sighted on the roof, sir.
It's a little bit
Prepare to
awkward
engage.
to not have any vertibird sounds here, but
Send them out
well, at least we
before
have the
drop.
minigun. Oh, I should be firing in bursts. I'm hoping that, well, I'm going to survive this. I'm not too worried about that. But I'm hoping the vertibird survives this, because this is a fair bit of fire, and, well, I can take it. I'd really prefer it if they just, drop me off. I'd be safer on the ground.
We're taking too much damage, sir. I'll get us above the roof so you can bail out.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
We're in position. Go, go! On the roof.
want, Strong?
Hey,
Out there.
come on.
Somewhere.
Hey.
You okay?
What?
Moving out.
Strong will get it done.
Ah.
Good fighting, human. Strong impressed.
There we go.
Keycard, eh? Bet that's gonna come in handy. Damn. I don't see the agitator anywhere. It must have been moved. Let's check out that terminal over there.
Who cares? This place confused Strong. Too much machines.
So I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. Is any of that stuff going to let me go down this elevator? Oh, sorry guys. I'm guessing you guys will catch up just fine. And you'll probably warp in right in front of me and stop me from being in. Ooh. That's one hell of a view. You still don't have a gun, do you, Strong? This is effectively a shooting gallery with high bat skills.
Curious.
You know what?
Someone present?
Why don't I just not use bats? Might make this a bit more interesting.
Good fight. Strong fight. Strong smash.
Right in the nuts. After about 8 shots.
Target down. Something's out there.
Too fun.
Detonating explosive charge.
Say what? No, don't do that.
Damn it! They've knocked out the power to the elevators.
Try out this new instigating shotgun. If you recall, picked it up in the last mission. Double damage on enemies with full health.
Weapons full.
So it's not bad, eh?
Over here!
It's not bad at all.
Nice.
I didn't actually read any of
That ought
that.
to do it.
Ah, okay. So
There,
this might
that's
actually
done.
wind up being
back
out of
online.
whack with what I can actually do in the vanilla game. The balancing I did for this was based on the Overseer's Guardian. Now this is, well, still not as powerful as the Overseer's Guardian under normal circumstances, but with instigating, yeah, this could be pretty powerful. I'm not too worried about it at this point.
Enemy may be utilizing stealth. How too easy. I gotta splatter your brains.
It's funny how it winds up working out that sometimes, you know, you're William Tell and you're dropping shots first time, every time. Sometimes you shoot a guy 12 times, miss with every shot until you finally put one between his nuts. Between episodes, I stepped out to Nuka World to see whether or not I could find some melee weapon upgrades, because while I have melee weapons up to 5, I don't have the ability to upgrade them yet. I didn't find anything worthwhile in the upgrades front. What I did find was Throat Slicer here, which I don't recall if I had this before. Either way, it was on one of the vendors, so if I did have it earlier, I sold it to them and bought it back, which is not against my rule set. I'm not allowed to put something down and pick it back up, but if I sell something to a vendor, I can buy it back from them because, well, this thing wound up costing me 7,000 caps, or several hundred hits of jet. Which of course is how I carry my my currency these days. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with this knife, and it does more damage than the Power Fist and is way faster. It can actually be upgraded further if I ever get to the point where I can do that.
There it is. Mass Fusion's reactor. Don't make them like that anymore.
Strong hates machines. Strong hates glowy things.
As much as any of the modded stuff in this game may come off as overly powerful, there's nothing as powerful as the actual vanilla stuff in this game. Okay, so what we want is in there. I'll take an empty bottle.
Junk is useless.
Not as useless as you'd think. Now, am I going in there, or is Ingram going in there?
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection.
Okay,
I'll communicate
so,
with you through their intercom system, while I monitor everything from out here.
So it is the case that you expect me to, Oh, can I send in Strong? That'd be interesting. It's a funny thought that her in the power armor wants to send in me in, well, this, but Strong.
Hey.
Yes, human?
Strong, hold up.
Strong learn new word. Strong learn respect.
Respect is a good word.
Strong respect human. Human fight good. Human help strong. Super mutants are brothers. Brothers share all, not own things like humans. Humans share like brother. Super mutants fight. Kill, not talk. Human kill, not talk. Human would be good, super mutant.
Yeah, I like you too. No hugs though. I like my spine the way it is.
What is hug? No matter. Strong and human have respect now.
Fair enough.
Heads up.
Can I actually send him in?
Over here.
Will do.
No, he suggested that he would,
Heads up.
but
What do you need?
No, it looks like the only option is to go in myself. Luckily, for not a lot of cost, I was able to pick up a hazmat suit in Diamond City, and this should be more than enough to keep me alive in there.
Contamination complete. You may proceed.
Go ahead and pop one of these just in case.
The beryllium
Oh,
agitator
yeah, this
should
is
be in
doing-
a port at the top of the reactor.
This is doing nothing in the way of radiation damage. Like, it is seriously radioactive in here. You die in like 2 seconds otherwise. I've done this without any specialized radiation protection in terms of armor before, and it took something like 30 rad axes.
Alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Decontamination complete.
Okay, am I okay? Let's go ahead and put down some food then. Now, what was it that's gonna attack me in here? I know it's nothing good. So, the throat slicer, it's a Disciple's Blade, which are way better than they have any business being.
All dead. Strong is winner.
Nicely done, Strong.
Ingram?
I could spend years looking at the tech in this place, but we've still got work to do.
Alert level elevated.
That's 2 of them. Okay. Let's get the one in the back and the one in the front, and look at all the attacks I get with this. 1 down, 2 down, and let's move because they probably explode. Why did you go down? I mean, I've got all the stim packs in the world, so that's not a problem, but why did you die there?
Show yourself, coward. Fight strong. strong!
Going weapons hot!
Run
Area
away
secure.
like cowards, afraid of straw!
Lockdown ended.
So after killing a sentry bot and 2 assaultrons with a knife, it's a turret that manages to do 30% of my health. You never know what it is that'll take you down. Even at level 140, you're still not invulnerable.
The Institute must have sent reinforcements.
More to fight!
I'm with you, Strong.
Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
No, I'm gonna stick around and fight. Fighting sounds fun.
Aha! Found you! Taking fire! I'm hit!
Destruction of fellow synth verified. Contact detected.
Area secure.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Is someone present?
Okay, if you're not going down traditionally, we gotta... Oh, jeez. That thing's actually taking hits from me?
Taking damage! Yeah!
Systems offline.
This is the toughest turret in the world right here. There we go. 500 XP for a turret.
Are critically
No, let's shoot the body of that turret. Well, that was a nice little fight. Nice of you guys to come by and join us. Of course, you could have come by at the start of the fight and gone with us through the building, but I guess that's not how video games work. Ingram.
Dr. Ingram?
Keep moving. We can't allow the Institute to get a hold of the agitator.
All right then. Off I go.
Someone there?
These guys are back already.
Strong find you! Okay, who's next?
So I'm glad that to conclude the mission, I have to head back to Boston Airport. What that means is I'm going to have an opportunity to restock and get in a save and all that, because in the next episode, it looks like we'll be completing the game for the Brotherhood, which I had not anticipated. That was definitely not the plan when I started this series, but it looks like that's where we're going. That'll be in the next episode, though, and I will see you